How's it going, everyone? My name is Aerial Warfare and welcome to my new Beyblade channel. For my first video I wanted to do something really special, so we are going to be unboxing the brand new UX11 Impact Drake. This is one of the most anticipated releases of Beyblade X so far, and from what I've seen online its performance is actually pretty insane. This is the UX variant of Cobalt Drake, which is a prize bay from the Takara Tomy app. Looking at the front of the box, we see it has a white background, which is standard for right spin bays. And you can see on the bottom here, we are shown the bay. And since this is a starter pack, we get a brand new string launcher, which I'm very excited to see in person. On this side, we get the full name, Impact Drake 960 LR, which stands for Low Rush. Looking at the back of the box, we see it's a right spin attack type, part of the UX line, and in the anime is owned by Chrome Ryugu, who, unlike in the Cobalt Dragoon box, he is sporting these sinister black eyes. Now, I don't read the manga, so I'm not sure what's going to be happening in Season 2 of the anime, but it's going to be really interesting. Down here you can see the different parts. For the blade, again, it's a right spin attack type, and we are being shown off the rubber that is on the blade. For the ratchet, we have 960, which is one of the most competitive ratchets in the game. And the bit is a brand new bit called Low Rush, which is basically a low version of Rush, another one of the most competitively used parts in Beyblade X. And down here we are being shown the string launcher. And here are the stats as well for all the different parts, if those matter. I personally don't really go by the stats on the boxes. So without further ado, let's open it up and see what's inside. Here are the full contents of the box. We have the instruction manual, the 3 bay parts, and the brand new string launcher. And here is everything out of the package. The first thing we're going to be looking at is the brand new string launcher. This is a right spin string launcher, and it comes in a brand new color, which is a very nice gunmetal gray with black on the center here and some red on the handle. You can see it says Beyblade X string launcher. We got the right spin prongs in a bright red color to match the handle. And just seeing how it performs, it's pretty smooth, feels pretty nice. I don't know if the camera is picking this up very well, but the gray is slightly shimmering. I don't know if that's just the lighting, but this feels very nice. Again, just a standard string launcher, but in some really cool colors. The next part we're going to be looking at is the ratchet, which is not a new ratchet. This is 960, but it does come in a nice blue and black color. 9 being the 9 bumps or protrusions that are along the circumference, and 60 being the height, which is 6 millimeters. This is a low height, but low heights are actually preferred by most people compared to something like 70 or 80. And 960 in particular is one of the most competitive ratchets available. It's very versatile. You can use it for pretty much any kind of combo. And it has very low burst resistance. It's very good for pretty much anything, really. Like I said, this isn't new. It originally released on Phoenix Wing, or Soar Phoenix for Hasbro terms. But it's a highly competitive part and always good to have. The next piece I'm going to be looking at is the bit. This is LR, or Low Rush. As I said before, Rush is one of the most competitive attack type bits, because compared to something like Flat, Rush, well, first of all, is a lot narrower, so it retains stamina a lot better. It has more control than something like Flat or Gear Flat. And because it has less gears, as you can see here, the gears that are along the bottom, Rush comes with 10 gears instead of the standard 12, which means it's a little bit slower on the extreme line, but it is able to do extreme dashes more frequently, giving it more chances of attacking. So this is pretty much a combination of Rush and Low Flat, which originally came on Shark Edge, and help it get some really good upper attack, attacking the Ratchet from below, which this may also be pretty good for, I don't know. But I'm very excited to be using this piece. It comes in a nice kind of midnight blue color. I don't know if you can see it that well. Like a dark indigo, but it complements the Ratchet very nicely. Again, as you can see in the stem here, this holds on to the Ratchet tightly, so it has very good burst resistance. And last, but certainly not least, the main star of the show, the Blade, Impact Drake. This thing is already pretty heavy in my hand, so I don't have a scale that can measure down to the exact decimal, but I can get an approximate weight for it. I've seen these things go up to almost 39.5 grams, about as low as 38.5, which even for the heaviest blades is really good. As you can see, Impact Drake has 4 blades, the 4-sided blade, just like Cobalt Drake. And since this is a UX release, all of the metal is concentrated to the outside, giving it good outward weight distribution. As you can see, the launcher hooks here are all rubber. All the red that you see is rubber. And it's a pretty hard rubber too. It's not super soft. It is a little soft, but this rubber is meant to create even more, well, for lack of a better term, even more impact when it collides with the opposing bay, and I guess cause it to basically bounce off of each other. It just gives it a way harder hit. Now the downside, of course, is that because there is increased friction due to the rubber on the outside, this bay is going to have a lot less stamina than others, but that is the trade-off for insane attack. You can see the gear chip design, which I don't know about you guys, but personally it doesn't look much like the Cobalt Drake gear chip, because usually the designs are the same creature but from different angles. But I really like the way that this one looks regardless. You got the light blue flames on the top and bottom, got the dragon side profile, and the design of the blade is pretty nice too. You got these holes in the blades themselves, give it a nice aggressive look. So let's put the bay together and see how it looks. And there we have it, the full assembled Impact Drake 960 Low Rush. Again, there is quite a bit of weight to this bay, even with just the blade, but with the full combo, this is going to hit hard, I can already tell. And it looks beautiful. One thing I will say, I'm very glad that they decided to keep the... One thing I will say is, I am very glad that they decided to keep the blue color scheme, considering, you know, its original variant is called Cobalt Drake. And there is no painted metal on this one, so we don't have to worry about it chipping, although there have been reports of the rubber on the outside either wearing down or just completely breaking off with a lot of use, I'm assuming. This won't happen right away, as far as I know. But some people have likened it to an awakening like we had for some members of the Valkyrie line back in Beyblade Burst. I don't know how accurate that is or how exactly it would perform. There have been videos showing it, but from what I've seen, there isn't too much of a difference, except it maybe has a little bit more stamina without the rubber, which should be obvious. But regardless, Impact Drake is one of the most anticipated releases of Beyblade X so far. And it is very much worth it to actually hold in the hand. So let's do some test spins in the Extreme Stadium. Alright, here's my new launcher setup with the brand new string launcher. I am probably going to be using this launcher as my main one from now on. So let's do some test spins with Impact Drake. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! As you can see, it's not super fast, but it is very aggressive. It does retain a lot of stamina thanks to the low rush bit, having less gears on it. The rubber is not going to help with the stamina much in battle, but it's an attack type, so stamina is not the point. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Nice. Low rush seems to be a really good bit, but it may not be the best on Impact Drake because of how much slower it is than other attack type bits. I may need to change it out for something else if I want to do this competitively with Impact Drake, but we'll worry about that later. But it does look amazing while it's spinning as well. I love those colors so much. And there you have it. This has been the unboxing and spin testing of the new Impact Drake 960 Low Rush. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for other unboxing and battle videos and much more coming to the channel really soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later, Bladers.